everyone, welcome to Coach Corner. I'm here with Coach Bowen. How are you doing today, Coach?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So let's talk about the games over break. How did those go?
It went pretty well. We had a struggle on Saturday. We played Sandy Creek. Injuries, illnesses, and everything else. We ended up playing for long stretches with like 10 players. Got behind and just couldn't get back up to it. And then Monday came out and played Carrollton and played pretty well and got up 2-0. Looked like we were going to add a third, and then kind of gave up a fluke goal and made it a little interesting for a little while. And then everybody settled down and we finished it off pretty well. And then we played Lovett on Friday night and beat them 1-0. Scored fairly early and then just kind of defended like crazy and possessed and had a good week overall. I thought it was pretty good.
All right, so I see that you guys are finally setting into some sort of pattern here where you guys are being able to score goals now. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's nice. I mean, like we said, it's going to take time. We got to do some things a little bit better, but we're making progress and we're getting there. It's just a matter of where we are on the field and what we're trying to accomplish. Still got people learning positions. You don't do that in 2 days or a week, and it takes seasons at times. So we're hoping to make some a little more progress at that. But we're getting more opportunities. We're doing a little bit better each time.
So again, going back to the fact that you guys have a really young team this year. So since you guys now have had 2 wins in a row, are you guys proud of what you guys have done?
Yeah, I mean everybody's pretty excited. It just kind of gave you some reward for all the work you've been putting in, and you can see kind of the benefits. And then starting without winning in the first 2 games, it's kind of like, well, can we win? And then we've kind of answered that question, and just now we're getting excited. We played Blessed Trinity last night and didn't have a good night, but Thursday we got Griffin. That's the first game of region, so now it really starts to matter. We either take a step towards state or take a step away from state. So we're pretty excited about going down to Griffin on Thursday.
So in this new region that we have a lot more difficult teams, a lot more in-county teams. Do you believe this younger team can handle these and have the opportunity to be able to go to state this year?
Well, we got a wide range of teams. We've got some really good teams. Whitewater, McIntosh, both are still doing very well this year. And then you have Fayette County, who's been improved but hasn't always been as strong. Griffin, kind of the same boat. At one time was very good and now hasn't quite reached those heights again in a while. And then we have a couple Clayton County teams, Morrow and Riverdale, that usually are people learning to play soccer, so they're not always the strongest group. So we plan to. That's the goal, is to win enough and qualify for state, and then see what we can do there. But really, at this point, we're just trying to get better every day. So as long as we're doing that, we'll be as successful as we can be. But we do know that starting Thursday, the games count more than normal, and so we're aware of that and hoping to put our best foot forward.
What are you doing specifically in practice that is, improving the team as a whole?
A lot of it is technical work. Just settling the ball, playing the ball, movement off the ball, defensive and offensive shape, who needs to be where, what it looks like, what it doesn't look like, just so that we at least have a picture in our mind of what it's supposed to happen. And we also watch film before home games and that kind of thing, and point out, all right, this is where we needed to do this, or hey, we're doing really well here. That was a positive that we did. So we just kind of keep hitting those same patterns, and like I said, it's slow progress, but as long as we keep working at it, I think by the end of the year, we could be in a pretty good position as long as we keep working at it.
And using that film that you have from previous games, are you seeing a lot of improvement and things that you saw in the past that you were a little?
Yeah, I mean, we had definite improvement the first 3 games. The Sandy Creek game was kind of a step back. We just didn't have the same energy or intensity that we had in previous games. And then winter break, playing Carrollton and playing Lovett, then we had that back and we had a little more success, and we saw some results from that. But then last night was, it's kind of the old proverb, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's kind of what we've been doing. We struggled at the very beginning. We made some progress in the next 2 games, and then we fell back a little bit. And then we made some progress in the next 2 games, and now we fell back a little bit again. So we're expecting to make some more progress, and hopefully for more than just 2 games in a row.
All right, so Ansley Purefoy, what do you see in her this year?
She's one of our better players. Is captain on the team, and does really well about including everybody and making sure everybody's aware of what we're expected to do and what we are doing. We talk all the time about things that she could do better, but she's a strong player and does really well. We look forward to use speed to get in behind the defense. We look forward to possess technically to keep the ball when we play her, and just look for her to kind of set the tone for how hard we're working and that kind of thing. So anybody you pick out, we got things we can work on. But Ansley does a good job about making sure and representing us very well.
So are there any other players that you've seen that you didn't believe at the beginning of the year would be one of your key players that you have as a key player now?
Just about the whole team, because going into the season we had, we had 11 returning varsity players from last year. We've never had all 11 of them on the field, and we won't because of injuries. Macy's out for the whole year, so that's not even a possibility. Ashley Broderick hadn't even stepped on the field yet because she was sick and then close up, and then she's got mono, and now she's out for a while. And so it's kind of impressive, a lot of the people that have stepped up and kind of taken bigger roles than they needed to. And we've talked a couple times about taking opportunities. This is, everybody dreams at tryouts of being on varsity, and a lot of us maybe are on varsity earlier than we should be because of what's been going on, or maybe we have a bigger role than we thought we were going to have because of all the injuries and subs and illnesses that we've had. But with opportunity is a challenge, so we have to kind of rise to the challenge. We've had lots of people that have done really well with that. Olivia Sapienza has done well up front. Caitlin LaRusso is holding a huge burden on her shoulders, just really, giving herself to the whole game, the whole time. I mean, literally, you can't ask anybody to work any harder than she does. Rachel Davison has been huge for us, first at center mid, and then with all the injuries, now she's at center back and kind of running our back line, which was not necessarily the role I had envisioned for her coming in. Spencer Dawson, we knew was going to be key for us in goal. So you kind of talk in soccer about the spine of your team right down the center. And so out of that spine of our team, which is usually about 6 players, we've only been able to play 1 or 2 where we thought we were going to be able to. So basically the whole center of the team has been huge just in showing getting the success that we have had and in improving and getting better, and everybody's kind of taking that to heart. And when we're having a good day, we work as hard as anybody, and we know what we're supposed to do, and it doesn't always happen, but we react positively to it when it doesn't. And so our struggles are when we have a hard time with that, when for whatever reason we're just not having a good day and energy's low, or when we let little things bother us, or if we give up a goal and the heads go down, then those things are still causing a little bit of problems for us, but we're trying to get that turned around.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you guys for watching.